EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
Well, in prep for this one, it was fun talking with the defensive staff because they had to review last week's game tapes where he threw for over 400 yards. And they started ho-humming that performance. And finally, you said he threw for over 400. That's got to be significant. That's why he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
They better be careful what they wish for ho-humming. He might do it again here in this one. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. Here, look at this Baltimore defense against the pass. Just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Young takes it on the sneak. And he is going to have the Panthers first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they cut play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of the business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw now. Young. That is caught. McMillan with it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Down.
Throwing, Young. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hubbard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Groupie able to add the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
10 yards on
the numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 16 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown. Now Jackson.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And some room to work. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And now hang on here. Looks like we have an injured player. Yeah, Mark Andrews is in some discomfort. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The Ravens had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Jackson going to keep it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Jackson going to keep it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A first down carry for Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. This is caught. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Henry trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll give Henry another shot. And this time he is in. Derrick Henry, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against him with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On the double.
2nd and 11. Young will set to throw. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Panther football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Check White.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fielded just inside the 30. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with his better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jackson. And it's complete to Mitchell. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Play there, 61 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's Young. They'll find McMillan here. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. From the 38 now, here's second down and 7.
Quick, yellow.
On play action, Young. That's taken in. It's Xavier Legette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Trouble, 38. Let's go.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Ready.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Ready. Cut.
Third down, Young from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Xavier Legette, 32 yards. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. A point after, good by Grupe. And we are tied at 14. That time a 6-play drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
The fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Play action. It's Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Jackson from the shotgun. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can have him in.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. This is 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Now it's Jackson. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And his kick is indeed good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He already with a couple of touchdown throws in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Young now. A short one there, caught by Likely. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Now 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Young to throw it. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Fights through him. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Down. Ready?
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
The 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by, there he goes, right side. Down inside the 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. As with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Out of the gun, it's Young. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here we go, set.
Young to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 44 yards away. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hansen.
Our look around the NFL starts now in the Pacific.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
At the 41-yard line.
Henry up the middle. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jackson now. And he's got it. Touchdown. Mark Andrews hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now here's Young. A short one there, caught by Likely. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And at 3rd down and 6 to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now Young. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. That just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Inside handoff. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Here's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
17.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Carolina.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Young. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Nnamdi Madubuike able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Gets past one man. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a good result there, as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Finding Walker complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
That's a gain of 45 yards. That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Quick strikeout wide by Jackson. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 16-yard line.
Again, Jackson. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it brings up 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. A toss left, Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Now it's 2nd and 10.
At the Panthers' 32-yard line.
Now Jackson. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Ravens look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Panthers 17.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To the right side, hold in by McMillan. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Short one there, caught by Likely. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
To throw, Young. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Groupie for the extra point.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Ravens have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
From the 31, here comes second and a yard.
Young working out of the gun.
Short one there, caught by Likely.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Panther first down.
Blue, 32. All right, go. Right.
Here's Young. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To the air once more, Young.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
Calling a gain of a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Let's go. 60 red. 60 red.
Young will set to throw.
No hesitation, goes right back to Likely.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. For a left side complete. That's Walker. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And they're going to speed things up here.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
59.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
One last shot for Young.
This is caught by McMillan. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance, and by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Baltimore, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.